everyone, it's DiegoDoom here. Today I'm bringing you another review. Today I'll be reviewing Super Robot Chogokin Getter-1. This particular version of Getter-1 comes from the 1998 OVA, Getter Robot Armageddon. To learn more about the history of this version of Getter-1, check out my review of Sentinel T-Rex number 3, Getter-1. Be sure to check out the 1998 OVA Getter Robot Armageddon. It is absolutely fantastic. Super Robot Chogokin Getter-1 is another fantastic release in the Super Robot Chogokin line. Getter-1 has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a fantastic range of articulation. Let's switch things up and take a look at Getter-1 himself first. Getter-1 has a fantastic range of articulation. First, let's start with the head. We can look very high up, very far down, we can look left, we can look right. These shoulders have a nice range of rotation. They can rotate a full 360 degrees. The arms can actually come up all the way to 180 degrees thanks to a very unique shoulder joint here. As you can see, Getter-1 can reach all the way up, which is definitely very cool. We have very nice, soft ratcheting, double jointed elbows. The elbows can also swivel. The fists are on ball joints, we can tilt and spin these freely. In the upper chest, we can lean forwards and backwards. Moving down to the waist, we can lean forwards, backwards, twist side to side and lean side to side. If we pull up on the lower waist here, we can extend that range of motion, and now we can lean very far forwards, very far backwards, twist side to side and lean side to side even more, which is definitely very cool. When it comes to Getter-1's leg articulation, things get pretty unique here. Initially, Getter-1's legs seem very limited, so we can kick forward about this much and then backwards this much. You'll notice when you kick forward, they have this very unique hip system here where the joint kind of slots down and forward, which is kind of weird. Now, what you really have to do is you have to finesse these hip joints to get Getter-1 into truly dynamic poses, which lets us know their articulation is still fantastic, although pretty unique. So in the thighs here, we have a very tight thigh swivel. Moving down to the knees here, we have very nice ratcheting double jointed knees. The feet can tilt and swivel, and then furthermore, we can pull out on the feet and give us a better range of motion. In terms of sculpt and paint apps, Getter-1 seems to be a little bit stylized, but nonetheless absolutely fantastic. Starting with the head, we have Getter-1's signature angular head sculpt. The head has a very nice, vibrant red paint app. On the sides of the head, we have our metallic silver pointed accents. The eyes have a nice yellow paint app. Around the face and mouth, we have the emerald green accents. Moving down to the chest, we can see the signature Getter machine panels. Getter-1's chest panels have a nice emerald green paint app with a very cool grid pattern underneath. At the top of the shoulders, we can see the Getter Tomahawk ports that have a nice metallic gold paint app. On the forearms, we have the Getter cutters, which have a very nice sharp sculpt and a nice metallic silver paint app. The rest of Getter-1's body has a nice robotic sculpt with Getter-1's signature color pattern consisting of red, white, and yellow for the waist. As a whole, Getter-1 turned out to be absolutely fantastic, even though he is a little stylized. If I had to pick between SRC Getter-1 and Sentinel Getter-1, I wouldn't. I would suggest picking up both figures. Both SRC Getter-1 and Sentinel Getter-1 are fantastic figures. Sentinel Getter-1 is a higher quality release with better engineering, accurate proportions, and fantastic accessories, but I do feel I have to handle him with more care when posing him than SRC Getter-1. Despite the stylized proportions, SRC Getter-1's articulation is fantastic while a little bit unique, and he feels very sturdy and durable. Now, let's take a look at Getter-1's accessories. Getter-1 comes with 3 pairs of hands, a pair of Getter Tomahawks, 1 accessory stand piece, an alternate stomach, 1 Getter beam effect part, and 1 Getter cape. First, let's take a look at the hands. Getter-1 comes with a pair of open hands, a pair of cupping hands, and a pair of holding hands. Each of the hands have a fantastic robotic sculpt with a very nice, vibrant red paint app. To help enhance the hands, it would have been nice to include some panel lining. The hands attach via the ball joint peg system. When removing the hands, hold close to the wrist joint so the pressure is on the hand and not the joint itself. Once you remove the fists, attach the desired pair of hands to make your favorite dynamic pose. Next, we have the pair of Getter Tomahawks. The Getter Tomahawks have a fantastic club-like sculpt with a nice smooth blade at the end. One thing that's pretty interesting, the handle has a slight curve to it which really enhances slashing poses. The handle and club part of the Getter Tomahawks have a gunmetal paint app and the blade has a metallic silver paint app. The Getter Tomahawks are held very firmly by the holding hands. Now, with the Getter Tomahawks in hand, Getter-1 can cut down his foes. Next, we have the alternate stomach and the Getter beam effect part. The alternate stomach is meant to replicate the Getter beam. The alternate stomach has the Getter beam cannon protruding out with a nice white paint app and a translucent emerald green jewel in the center. The Getter beam effect part has a fantastic energy surging sculpt with the same nice translucent emerald green paint app as the jewel in the stomach. To attach the Getter beam effect part, push out the jewel from the alternate stomach from the back. Peg in the Getter beam effect part following the slotted pattern and that's it. It would have been nice if they had included an actual beam part to help enhance the Getter beam effect part. To set this all up, remove Getter-1's stomach. You will see two small slots on the sides that will help remove the stomach. Next, attach the alternate stomach with or without the Getter beam effect part and that's it. Now, Getter-1 can use his signature beam. Next, we have the Getter cape. The Getter cape has a very nice cape-like sculpt with tattered edges at the bottom and a very vibrant red paint app. At the top of the cape, we have the universal crossover joint peg on a hinge. To attach, remove the universal crossover peg from Getter-1's back. Next, simply peg in the Getter cape and that's it. Now, Getter-1 has his signature and very cool dynamic cape. Finally, we have the accessory stand piece. To attach, simply peg it into the back of Getter-1's lower waist and that's it. Now, we can put Getter-1 into seamless dynamic jumping and flying poses. Now, if you've been collecting the Super Robot Chogokin line and you're creative, you know you can utilize the universal crossover joint system to swap accessories from other figures and give Getter-1 some very cool upgrades. Now that we have the accessories out of the way, let's do some size comparisons. To conclude the review, Super Robot Chogokin Getter-1 is another fantastic release in the Super Robot Chogokin line. Getter-1 has a fantastic sculpt, fantastic paint applications, fantastic accessories, and a fantastic range of articulation. This figure is definitely very nice, very neat, and very cool. I highly recommend picking up this figure. Also, be sure to check out the 1998 OVA, Getter Robo Armageddon. It is absolutely fantastic. Before I let you guys go, I need your input. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think about me switching up my reviewing style. What I'm referring to is how I reviewed the figure before the accessories. This is an effort to make my channel all the more better and my reviews a lot more fun to watch. So let me know in the comments below how you guys felt about me reviewing the figure before the accessories. This has been another review by DiegoDoom. Thank you very much for watching and please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Check out the Facebook fan page and also follow me on Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe.